And the gold winner for Expert Business of the Year is InterTalk Critical Information Systems.
I'd like to say I wasn't prepared for this, but I was, just in case. So, hello, good evening. My name is Chris Oldham. I'm the president of InterTalk. And I'd like to thank the Chamber of Commerce, and I'd like to thank NSBI for both hosting this event and sponsoring this award. It's pretty cool. Like, just being recognized in this manner is quite an accomplishment. I'd also like to acknowledge the other finalists for this category. You're all such deserving companies, and you should be proud of your accomplishments that you've accomplished through the course of your business. Like just being involved in this process, learning so much about you. You've done such great things. You should be very proud. Speaking to that, being involved in this awards process, it's been a great experience, and it's led to a degree of inner reflection on how and why we do business the way that we do. And my colleague, Larry Hicks, co-owner of InterTalk, when he and I were invited to a roundtable discussion on CETA, the European Union Trade Agreement, earlier last year. It was hosted by then International Trade Minister Christopher Freeland. We were part of about 15 companies who were invited to this roundtable, and we were by far one of the smallest. Just for context, we're about 30 people living out in Burnside there by IKEA, mediocre meatballs. We had the chance to tell our story in this room with the International Trade Minister and provincial ministers and these large, high-profile companies and ourselves about what we're doing and why we're doing what we're doing internationally outside of Halifax and outside of Nova Scotia. And when we had the chance to tell our story, you could see the looks on people's faces across the room, like, wow, these guys are really doing something pretty incredible. And it brought a great deal of pride to Larry and I when we saw those faces, because they illustrated a long-held notion or a common notion that within Canada, and perhaps even more so within Atlantic Canada, that companies, frankly, we're a bit too modest when it comes to promoting ourselves, and the fact that we achieve such great heights and we do such great things outside of our borders within the global marketplace, and we should really take pride in the fact of what we do. So this award process, just being involved from start to finish, it's really been enlightening. It's invited us to meet other companies that are doing such great things internationally, like outside of Nova Scotia. Like, just learning about what everyone's doing is really incredible. Like, you may not understand what they're doing, but man, they're doing such great things here in Halifax, in California, in Abu Dhabi, and Botswana, and all these other places that I really encourage you to puff up, promote yourselves, tell your story, as loud and as often as you can, because there's great stories. There's such good things coming out of Halifax that we should tell the world what we're doing here. The Halifax, thank you. The Halifax Convention Center, I've told many people, I've been to a number of convention centers going around the place, and man, this place is pretty sharp. Like, good for Halifax. We should promote that, and you should take every opportunity you get, like I said, to puff up and tell people what we're doing out of Halifax. At this time, I'd just like to acknowledge Larry Hicks and Cal Andrews, who are the first employees of InterTalk, who are still working with us today and are definitely two of the finest men that I have ever met in my life. You both have seen this company's growth literally from day one. By the way, we've been in business as of May 2017 for 20 years. So literally from day one, you've seen everything that's happened. And I hope you feel the same sense of pride and accomplishment that I do right now. And I would like to tell you that I am blessed to get to work with the two of you, and I thank you for all you've done for InterTalk. And lastly, I'd like to recognize my late father, Eamon Oldham, who started this company with Larry 20 years ago, and I feel that it was my dad that charted the course for our company to realize our great potential, and I know he'd be proud to see the great success we've achieved. So I'd like to dedicate this award to him. Thanks, Dad.
Well, I think those are pretty strong statements from Mike and from Chris. We need to be proud. We need to celebrate. And clearly, the winners and the finalists tonight are showing us the best of what Halifax can produce.